What's up, everybody? This is Thomas Lynch from Dream2Inspire, your public speaking coach. Today we're going to cover removing filler words from your speaking. Now, if you really want to become more effective as a communicator, one way to do that is to pay attention to the filler words that you use when you speak. In normal conversation, you may not even know it or realize it that you're using certain words like and, so, you know, and like. Those are the most common ones. I mean, there's so many others. If you notice yourself using words to fill in gaps of silence where you normally would feel that you should pause or may feel that it may be awkward to pause, those are usually where the filler words occur. When you're in transition between one thought to another, filler words also occur. You know what I mean? That's a filler word too. And there's all kinds of filler words. You can actually do a Google search on it. You'll find a whole laundry list of filler words. Now, the first way to remove filler words from your speaking is to identify which filler words you're using. The best way to identify the filler words that you commonly use is to record yourself. When you listen back to the recording, identify which words you repeat frequently throughout your conversation. Another way is to ask a friend to identify the words that you repeat when you talk to them. Like, what words do you say? Do you say like a lot? Do you say a lot? Do you say a lot? Do you say you know, so, yeah, you know what I mean? What words do you consistently, repetitively use throughout your conversations? Once you identify those things, then you can work on removing those words. The next step to removing filler words is to slow down. Yeah, that's right. You want to slow down the rate of what you're speaking. Sometimes our brains and our mouths have to synchronize. And if we talk too fast, the brain may not keep up. You see how I just broke that down in a really slow pace? Well, I'm not saying that you have to be that dramatic, but I was doing that to illustrate a point. The point is that you are more aware of what you're saying when you slow down, because your brain can keep up with your lips and your lips can keep up with your brain and everything's in sync. If you think about it, if you speak too fast, then you'll fumble over your words more likely than you will if you slow down. Now, you don't have to be that dramatic, but if you notice that you are using a lot of filler words, slow down, and that will help you remove your filler words. This next step is my favorite step. It's pausing. Now, it's important to understand that you don't have to be afraid to pause when you speak. Pausing is so effective. It's one of the most effective techniques in public speaking. It's used in so many different areas, such as storytelling, humor, and even starting your presentations and speeches. Pausing, when used correctly, can add dramatic effects to what you're saying. It can allow you to catch up to your thoughts and your audience to really process what they're taking in. It's important to get comfortable with pausing as a way to remove filler words. And the way to do that is to practice pausing at the beginning of a sentence. Take a second to pause and then move on to your next line. In conversation, you can create a nice little flow in the conversation by effectively using these pauses strategically throughout your conversation. Even just practicing with it in different places to see what works and what doesn't work. So the last step to removing filler words is to practice. You have to practice. If you really want to get good at removing your filler words, practice the things we talked about today. So let's recap. Today I shared tips with you on how to remove your filler words. We talked about identifying the filler words that you use by recording yourself or asking a friend or family member to identify the words that you use repetitively throughout your conversation. The next thing was to slow down the pace of what you're speaking, so that way you can give yourself a chance to think a little bit more and to be more aware of the words that you're saying, so that way you are less likely to use filler words. The next was to pause. Don't be afraid to pause. Pausing can be a very effective tool to use in public speaking or in conversation overall. So it's good to have a little fun and experiment. Try pausing at the beginning of your sentences and in between words throughout your sentences. Practice that over and over again to see what makes sense for you, what feels comfortable, what feels right. And focus on eliminating those filler words by using those pauses.